Good evening, class. Today's lesson will be on solving a problem with your mouse, trackpad, touchscreen, or pen-enabled touchscreen on your tablet. Sometimes when you boot the laptop up, you may find that you go to use the little red dot on your keyboard and it works fine. But some of us who have giant fingers, we may not choose to use that little bitty red dot. We will just use the trackpad. And this may not work for us for some reason. And I'm going to teach you how to troubleshoot where the problem lies and how to solve it. So the first thing we're going to do is to decide which of the items aren't and are working. So the next thing we will do is we will take the little red dot and move it to see if the cursor on the screen responds. And as you guys see, it does respond pretty efficiently, so that we know that that's working. Then the next thing we'll do is see if the trackpad itself is working. And my trackpad, if you look at it, is working. So the next device that you use for pointing and clicking would be your pen. So while I don't have my pen active or handy, if I did use it, it would work because everything's fine. This screen is not a touch screen. It's only a pen enabled screen, which means I can't just touch it with my finger and go crazy all over the screen. If for some reason one of those devices didn't work, we would then plug in a mouse to see if an external mouse would operate properly. Those devices usually are a plug-and-play device, meaning that the driver uses a generic driver and they almost 100% of the time work no problem in a plug-and-play atmosphere. So, what to do, where to go in Windows if for some reason your pen or trackpad or track point isn't working properly. Sometimes one of the devices may work and some might not work. So what I'll do today is show you where the problem is, what to do, and how to properly fix it. In the event that you try this on your own computer, please be sure to back up any and all work that you're actively working on. This will require you to shut the computer down. So what we would do is go to the Windows icon. Then we will go to the control panel. From control panel, we will go to hardware and sound, then to the device manager. Sometimes if there's a problem, you will see a caution sign over the actual field where there's a problem. For instance, on my computer, there seems to be no problem with the mice and other pointing devices. You would see a caution on top of the whole thing, and then you would just left click on that arrow, and that would give you a drop down to the different components that exist under mice and other pointing devices. What I would do then is to one by one right click each one and uninstall the driver. You will see this come up on your screen. Confirm device, uninstall. That's when you would delete the driver for this device, hit OK. And then I would go to the next one and so on and so forth. Uninstall. Warning, you're about to uninstall the device for your system. I'm going to hit cancel only because I'm using the mouse and I know it's going to cancel them out. So we'll go to the ThinkPad here, right click, uninstall. Okay. Says that I will need to restart the computer. I'm going to say no, only because I have one more device to uninstall. It will uninstall it upon me choosing yes to restart the computer. All right, so I'm just going to go double check that. Uninstall. Okay. And yes. So the computer is shutting down. And folks, this is all you need to do to solve a problem with a driver for a mouse. Thank you, Dennis Lovelace.